Hola, welcome to How to Cantarama. I'm going to talk about 4 different ways to run a bracket competition in your class if you want to. You're the boss. You can do whatever you want. I like this because it's another opportunity for students to talk about their own results. Yo gané, estoy triste, o tengo 15 puntos, no tengo chance, nuestra clase vamos a ganar, va a ganar, whatever. There's just extra opportunities to talk. You don't have to do this if it feels like too much. I also have an option at the end that's pretty easy. So the I think you should do this bracket right here because students can win prizes. Even if you just do it at the beginning and never again, never talk about it again, there is a national bracket raffle. So in my class, I printed off this bracket and I printed like a chat map on the back. So throughout the tournament, we can use this to talk about the songs. And I presented a slideshow I'll show you in a minute. And I did, 4 songs a day, or another class we had a little bit more time. We did the top half, and then the next day we did the bottom half. And then they're going to enter those into a Google form, which goes down the first round. Between these 2 songs, which one did you pick? What's cool is any Spanish student can participate and win. There's going to be 2 drawings at least. So again, if we have extra money from the memberships, we could do more prizes. There's going to be a drawing for a perfect bracket. So if one person gets a perfect bracket, they win. If 5 people get it, then we'll draw a name. If nobody gets it, then I'll draw from the next highest score. The other bracket is anyone who beats me. So I'm going to fill out my own bracket before the contest will win. Even the first one, I have no idea. So I'll post it once the contest starts, and anyone who beats my score at the end, so it goes 1 point for the first round, 2 points for every prediction in the second round, 4 for the final 2 songs, and 8 points if you predict the winner. So if anyone beats me, we'll draw for a prize there. Again, teachers who are part of Concursos Cantarama can enter into the bracket. I feel like we deserve a chance to win prizes, right? If you win the bracket contest and you spent $25 so your students can have all this fun, you deserve to win a $50 prize too. Am I right? Okay. So in the document, Cantarama Resources, I laid out links for exactly how to present this and how to do that. But in my class, I did this slideshow where I played a little bit of the first one. I got the chorus, and I played a little bit of the second one, and then I have a slide where they pause and write in their prediction, and they're numbered so it can make it easy for them. If you are short on time, this slide, the videos are on there, but a little bit shorter. So you can play like an even shorter clip if you want. Then we do the next 2 songs, and then, okay, mira, Batalla 2, ¿cuál canción va a ganar? Escribe tú si sabes quererme, or escribe ríe y llora. And then usually I'm having students like talk out loud too, and I wrote on the board, pienso que blank va a ganar. Then there's a slide, look ahead to battle 9. Okay, of those top 4, which one is going to make it to the next round? And then I'd have them turn to their tables and say, pienso que como la flor va a ganar. I'd say, tell them what you have for battle 9. And it goes on and on. And it's nice because like maybe the next day you can review the songs for people who are absent and kind of just play a quick little blip. They can decide really fast. And then they go and do the Google form. Another option, I've done this in the past, is to use a Google form to run your own competition. So it's a very similar Google form. Today I had kids fill out both the national one and the one at our school. So I'm going to have a contest where my classes are competing against each other. And that's a good excuse for me to use words like averages, promedios. I also will have individual prizes per class. Usually this is worth checking out. I reach out to local restaurants that are in our neighborhood. For example, last year I contacted the Peruvian food cart up the road, and they donated. I said, I'm a Spanish teacher. I have 6 classes. I'm doing this contest where kids learn music. Are you willing to donate 6 gift cards to the winning students? And then we could like talk about your cart. We could pull up the menu and work on pronunciation. And so that's worth asking, reaching out and seeing if they're willing to do that, because that was a great prize. I didn't have to spend any money. And then the other second and third place prizes in each class, I went and got like some things from the bakery, the Mexican bakery, or maybe like a bottle of jarritos was my third place prize, just something that makes them feel good. So what you do is it's the same kind of form, but as a teacher, it's going to say 0 out of 32 because the battle hasn't started. If you're looking at this late and you want to run your own battle, you can always have kids submit their answers before you show them the website. Let's say 3 weeks have passed, just don't show them which one won, and then you can give them points. So as the contest goes on, you would have your own copy of a Google form. And then you would have to select, like as if it were a quiz, you'd have to select, okay, this Como la Flor is the right answer, worth 1 point. So the points are in there for you, but you have to select which song won, and then it will automatically calculate it for you, which is nice. Here's an example of like a slide last year. I said, okay, voy a revelar los promedios de todas las clases hasta ahora. Okay, periodo 1, mi clase de español 5 tiene 7.4 y 2. And then they start, cheering, woo, they get more excited. I go through all of these. Oh, ¿qué clase está ganando? Periodo 8. Another thing I did in individual classes, I just took a screenshot of like the Google form, because you can separate it by class. And to calculate the averages, I use the function on the Google form where you can do a tab for each class and you can have them average it, them being the Google form. I revealed like halfway through the points, I said, estos estudiantes tienen menos puntos. Lo siento, Eddie. Eddie, no sé si tienes chance. Maybe if you get the winning song. I cut off their last names for this, but okay, estas personas tienen más, vamos a ver, and then you show, Yanis y Chris y Nathaniel van a ganar, pero Peyton and Selena y Haley solo necesitan un punto, and then you just go through and hype them up, and it's a little bit of healthy competition. Another option is you could take a bracket and decide as a class which ones you want to vote on and have them compete, like each class bracket against each other. So maybe you can have kids vote, say, okay, we're going to fill this out. Como la flor vivir mi vida. They raise their hand, or they go, to different parts of the room. And then throughout the contest, you can add points and kind of have a contest there just on the one class bracket. This idea I love too. I saw this on Anne Marie Chase's blog, and it is a great like alternate to a bracket or in addition to a bracket if you want. You print a page for each song. So I made this document. It'll say Va ganar and the name of the song. And then you have all your classes. You could do it individually, but it'd be easy to do. All your classes have all 16 songs printed out on the paper, and they go and write their name under the song that they think will win the whole thing. And then each week, if one song is eliminated, you dramatically dispose of it and all the names on it. And then at the end, you have all the kids who chose the right song, and you can give them a little treat. I like this. It might be easy to like separate the songs, like the first 4 you put on one color, and then the next 4 are different colors. So use 4 different colors, and then you can kind of see them slowly go away. That would be fun. I like that idea. Okay, so that is 4 different ways to do a bracket. Email me if you have any questions at holacantarama@gmail.com.